Okay, good morning YouTube. This is a giant gray bamboo plant. It'll get canes that are 4.5 inches in diameter up to 65 feet tall. I want it for the wood, and I want it for the ability to help screen and its quick nature to grow. Those are just some of the reasons I want it for. And I understand the mentality that it's evasive and that it's problematic and all those things, and I disagree. I've seen bamboo managed in open areas just by cutting, and it's no different than taking care of my wood line where I go along and I have to cut things. I'll actually be able to mow over most of these canes with my bush hog and keep it at bay. And when shoots come up far off, you just chop them down. That's all. It's problematic when you're right up against something like a wall or concrete or a neighbor's fence or something like that, because it can lift things and it can heave things. And of course it will run into your neighbor's yard if you're close, but we're not that close. So this is the giant gray, and then I have one called Robert Young, which is similar in size, a little smaller, and it's yellow. But let me crack open the earth, and I think I'm going to stick this one right here. This open. We'll water that in a minute. Let's go down and do the Robert Young. Alright. Go get some water and water them. That'll do. And that's that. We'll water those every day, maybe twice a day if it gets real hot, for a couple weeks. But I'm anxious to see if we get any growth in a short time. We may get some, but if not, it'll most likely have time to set in, and then come spring they'll probably take off. Okay, good afternoon, folks. I thought I would just take a minute to talk about bamboo. And I apologize for the sound. I don't have my microphone. It took a tumble, broke. But we were talking about bamboo and how North America has a long history of bamboo. The southeast portion of North America had huge bamboo groves that stretched for miles and miles on end. There's 3 species that are native to North America, and that is the river cane, the hill cane, and the switch cane. And they can be found, like I said, predominantly southeast North America, coastal to Mississippi, roughly. Other species were introduced into North America much later in the 1800s or so, but early settlers would have encountered huge groves of bamboo, and they would have had natives showing them how to use it and eat it and how to feed their animals on it. And ultimately that was the demise of the big groves. Bamboo grows in a particularly fertile type of soil along the rivers, and once they were done grazing through there, they began to realize, heck, we could plant stuff here too. And that ultimately became the demise, So what we want to do with the bamboo, one, I want to use it as a screen. It grows big, it grows massive. It's a great place for birds to congregate. The wood intrigues me. There's not a lot that you can't build with bamboo, especially some of the bigger varieties. Everything from furniture to scaffolding, fishing poles, baskets, of course. Anything you could weave. You can strip the fibers down and weave with it. You can eat a lot of varieties. I don't know about the particulars of the ones we planted. So there's a lot of those reasons intrigue me. And I enjoy renewable resources like black locust is another one that gets a bad name, but it grows really, really fast, and it's really, really dense, and you can use it for posts and on the ground treatment. Put it on the ground and it won't decay as fast as other types of species of wood. So bamboo is one of those unique, it's a grass, but it's one of those unique woods that you can do a lot of things with. I don't know if I'll be able to burn it in our fireplace or not. I should Google that. That would be interesting too. But I just wanted to add a few words about the bamboo. I think a lot of people will probably be kind of like, okay, what the heck is he doing that for? He's just asking for problems. But everything I've read and what I've witnessed in real life, we have a neighbor just around the bend who has a grove of bamboo, and I've never gone and talked to him, but what I could see is he just mows around it very frequently. Anytime one of those little shoots come out, he mows it down. Yeah, they'll pop out farther than just right next to it, but he just mows them down, you know. And the grove is so elegant, and it's one of the few bright spots, I think, in the neighborhood as far as unique landscaping goes. I've seen it planted in bad situations as well, of course, where people planted it in like concrete frame boxes or something. And if there's any type of soil below, it will find it and find its way out. Now there's a limit, of course, but you're better off to not put it in a situation where it's going to have to grow against concrete or a fixed building or something like that, because it will be problematic. Where we've planted it, I could literally just mow it down with my bush hog. And if I were to keep doing that over and over, the grove would die. So there's ways to manage it. It's not to say that if you walk away from managing it, that it won't take control. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to include, really. What I will do is show you this the species that we have here. I don't recall the name, but it's a clumping variety. So it tends to grow very close clumps until they get out to be about 4 feet or so in diameter. And then from there, it may spread and put out a new clump. But for the most part, it stays relatively clumped up. But let me take you over and show you that. Okay, so this is a very fine, it grows very fine stalks. It's almost like a thick grass right now. In a couple years, it'll grow, pinky-sized stalks or so. But it grows very close to itself. You can see it all down through here. And we got another one right here. Same thing. It just clumps and it puts out shoots really close to each other. So that's what we have already. So now with the 2 I planted, that'll be 3 different varieties. But I think that's all I really wanted to put into this one. See, looks great sitting back there, don't it? I'll get some decorations hanging off it here soon. But thanks for watching, folks. Have a great day.